I think it was around 11 or something like that. Some folks start showing up, 3 or 4 people, and that was the whole congregation, man. I think there was less than 6 people in there, the whole congregation. So I walk in, and I remember looking around, and it was kind of funny. It's some of my old teachers and like the old principal from grammar school and stuff like that, and they recognized me. I didn't have the beard at the time, so probably a little easier to recognize me. But they recognized me and said, "Hey, Aaron, we're really glad you're here. We've been praying for you." And I just thought to myself, praying for me? Like, what does that mean? It's real in my infancy in my Christian walk, so I didn't really understand what it meant to have people pray for you and the power of prayer and all that stuff. So I remember thinking, praying for me, what does that mean? And they said, yeah, we knew your dad was sick, and we were praying that you'd come back and see him before he passed away. And that kind of blew me away a little bit, like, wow, okay. Don't really know what to do with that, but I was put it in my pocket, And I remember sitting there and through the service, and I talked to some of the folks, after the service, and said, I'm really struggling to find any redeeming qualities in my dad, because the way he treated me. And they said, yeah, we know, but one thing about him was that he'd help you no matter who you were. He'd literally give you a shirt off his back. So, it didn't matter if you ripped him off or burned him over a deal or something like that. Next time you needed something, he was right there to help you. So it was kind of cool for me to walk away with that. How some other people saw my dad, which I never was able to do. So that was good. So I head back to my dad's house, and I go see him, and I get to talk to him a little bit. It's getting a little bit later in the evening, and we're chatting, and he's still a little loopy from the meds, but he knew who I was, and he was happy to see me, and we talked, and I was telling him a little bit about my military career and what I did over there, and I remember there was I said, well, what do you want to do, Dad? And he said, well, I was trying to watch this movie, put it in. It's Wind Talkers. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie, but it's about these Navajo code talkers that were helping the army, and they were using the Navajo code talkers to go in and relay messages and call for fire and support troops and stuff like that, because the Japanese couldn't break their code. So it was really kind of cool, because a lot of what they did is a lot of what I did in the military, as far as their mission. So I got to share that with him and show him a little bit, and I realized that was really a gift from God, being able to share that with him and explain to him, that's similar to what I did when I was in. It was getting around 11:30, midnight time, and my dad was getting ready to pass away. He starts getting that death rattle, where it's really hard for him to breathe, really labored breathing. He's getting real close to passing away, and I remember just holding him, and I looked at him and I said, Dad, are you ready to go home and be with Jesus?